Now, about a month ago, I made a video telling you guys all about the Dyson Airstrait. I even gave you a full blog post breaking it down in detail. Oh my god, let me put my glasses on and look smarter.
Thank you.
The video, people were like, oh my god, you're hating. Why are you hating on them? Why are you hating so much?
Dyson has invited me back into the beauty lab in London today. We are currently en route. I am feeling open-minded about today. I obviously didn't have the experience that I wanted, but I am hoping that they've taken the feedback on board, and I'm really trusting that I have the appointment and experience that I was supposed to have in the first place. I'm expecting a thorough cleanse, a double cleanse. I'm expecting my hair to be conditioned and detangled. I'm expecting a smooth blow dry with heat protectant, and I'm hoping that it will look closer to the inspo pic that I showed beforehand. I still use my Dyson Neural as part of my wash day routine, so I know that they perform well, and I know that they work for my hair. Really and truly, I hope that this isn't an experience that anyone has to go through ever. I feel that anyone with tightly coiled hair, 4C hair, afro hair, textured hair should be able to go into a Dyson store and have a great experience, and I really hope that this appointment is moving that in the right direction, because I had a great experience before. I really liked how my hair looked, and I do not fancy project managing the stylist either, so I'm hoping they're well informed on textured hair and how to really achieve a sleek and smooth blow dry. I'll take you along with me, and hopefully we have a good day. We started with a consultation about what had gone wrong. The senior team took accountability, really listened to my feedback, and talked me through how they're reviewing the experience, including strengthening training, improving consistency, and better supporting guests with curly and coily hair. Then I met Rachel Banjo. We cleansed, conditioned, and detangled with Fenty hair, followed by the Comeback Kid repair treatment. For styling, she applied the Dyson Omega leave-in conditioning spray section by section, conditioning and heat protection, twisting and clipping each section as she went, before layering the Dyson Chitasan pre-style cream on top. On one side, she stretched my coils with the Supersonic R and wide tooth comb attachment. On the other, she taught me how to use the Airstrait for a soft, smooth stretch. She then went back in with the round brush to smooth my ends and create that blowout look, as well as teaching me how to use the Airwrap Kawanda curling barrel. This was the experience I'd hoped for the first time I visited Dyson. I'm glad I spoke up, I'm glad Dyson listened, and I really hope the next woman with curls.
Girl, what the hell? I'm about to cuss. I was trying to be
feeling
quiet.
confident that her hair will be understood and properly cared for.
Gorgeous hairstylist, she's been amazing.
So I'm glad Dyson listened, and I really hope the next woman with curls and coils who walks through those doors can sit in the chair feeling confident that her hair will be understood and properly cared for.
Gorgeous hairstylist, she's been amazing. And look at the hair. Look at the hair. Thank you. Look at the blowout. Stretch from root to tip. Right to tip.
Dyson has invited me.
Imagine dreading and putting off your wash day only to get a message telling you to come down to the Dyson Beauty Lab. Listen, they did not have to tell me twice. I would have ran there if I had to. As someone that has been scarred by many salon experiences, it was so nice to be able to just relax and not be super hyper vigilant. If you've been there, you know what I mean. And so when I walked in and saw a room full of innovative research-backed hair tools being handled by experts in Afro hair, I said, oh, okay. Yeah, let's get that press. I would say I'm pretty heat averse, especially as someone with color treated hair. It was very cool to see the Dyson Corral in action. This is the straightener that has those copper plates that flex and shape to gather your hair. So for the girlies that love a one-pass wonder with minimal damage, this is the one. And with how quickly this came together, it definitely had me considering wearing my hair straight more often. Swish, swish, swish.
And the thing of the matter is, everybody wants to talk about black women and black cosmetologists and how black cosmetologists are the ones that are just always just trying to get your money, but nobody's trying to get money off of black women more than people getting you to buy all these stupid ass tools and getting keratin treatments. And it's so easy to manipulate you, because all they have to do is turn you against the professionals in your own race, in your own ethnic group, and then they tell you, hey, I know you're black, I know you're black, but those black girls that look like you, they don't know what the hell you're doing. Come over here to us. We have it figured out.
don't know how, but I finally managed to nab an appointment at the Dyson demo store on Oxford Street, and I can't wait to show you what happened. So here's me in the chair, dirty hair, ready to go. So they start by washing your hair and they use the Aveda products, which I absolutely love. I was pleasantly surprised to see that they were using Aveda. Then he started by blow drying my hair using the supersonic hair dryer, and I love the fact that when you're there, they give you the chance to try the products as well. I wanted to get hands on, I wanted to see how it goes, and I really loved using this hair dryer. It's very, very fast. Then we started using the air wrap and showing me different attachments. So this is the smoothing brush, and guys, when I tell you, it just snatched my hair. So my hair is relaxed, but I love the way that this blow dried my hair. Now, of course, I was curious to see how the curling wand would work in my hair.
Oh, it's cute.
I loved it. I loved it so much. I tried the bower brush as well, which I absolutely love because I normally do a bower brush at home just to get loads of volume through my hair. He did show me the coral straighteners as well, which gave a beautiful curl, but in the end, I decided to go with the air wrap to completely style my hair. I loved it. He finished it off by running some styling cream through my hair just to pull the curls out and make it look a little less junior school. And I'm going to show you how the hair wore all day next.
You constantly get your hair done by these people and they have y'all looking all stupid, and then y'all run back to us and expect us to do it for the low, even though they didn't charge you the low. But let's hop into some of these videos and then I'll just be in the background talking to you, because I know you don't want to hear me talk you to death about it. You want to look at it for yourself, but I think it's some stupid shit. So let's go ahead and look at it together.
I did a blowout on my hair and I didn't use no curling iron. All I used is, be right back. I used this to blow dry my hair and this to like curl the front. I didn't even do the back for real. I just basically used this the whole time and then used this from my front. This is so good. And I didn't have to use, well, technically I did use heat, but I didn't have to use no flat iron or no curling iron. So yeah. And y'all, look at this body. Oh my gosh. Love it. Oh. It's giving. And you know what? When I went to Decatur and I got my hair done, the guy who did my hair, he trimmed my ends, right? And I just feel like my hair and I think they did a deep conditioning treatment. And I feel like he brought my hair back to life. So I wonder, so I need to start getting my ends trimmed, is what I think. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to show y'all, I did a blowout on myself. No flat irons, just like blowout type tools. And I love it.
Now, this is what I mean. Anytime I make a hair video, for whatever reason, whatever big, deep, dark hatred you have against cosmetologists, against hairstylists, I need you to leave that at the feet of somebody and not here, because that's not what we're talking about. I want you to think about what she just said. Most cosmetologists do not want their clients to be solely dependent on them. Most cosmetologists are okay if you only see us when you need a trim, because my motive as a cosmetologist when I was standing behind the chair was so my clients can do exactly what this woman just did. I'm going to play it one more time when I get done talking. But she said that she went to her normal cosmetologist for a deep conditioning treatment and a trim, and then she did her hair herself at home. She used a leave-in conditioner, and then she went ahead and did a blowout with the handheld tool of a professional tool that most likely her cosmetologist uses. And then she was able to get this result at home. Why? Because she has healthy hair. She follows proper routines and patterns. She's not at home mixing. Did you notice she never said anything about coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, putting that in her hair first and putting that on each section? No, she kept it really simple. She used two tools, one to dry it and one to style it, which is the same thing we do in the salon. She just did an at-home version of the things that we do in the salon. And yeah, you guys can use all of these new tools if you want to, but the truth of the matter is they were not made by people who care anything about hair. They were made by a company whose main focus was vacuum cleaners. So let's get into it, okay?
because I believe that this is the biggest issue that we have right now, because everybody is so, oh my God, Dyson, Dyson, Dyson. And before that, the Revere Air is also made by a vacuum company. And I want Black women who are listening to the sound of my voice to really sit and ponder. And I want you to ask yourself why these companies who originally were only making vacuum cleaners are now all in to hair care. And I want you to pay attention to something, right? This air multiplier fan looks a lot like the supersonic hair dryer, doesn't it? Pay attention, because Dyson is not a hair care company. The Airstrait is not their specialty. It is a product in a lucrative category, because hair makes a whole lot of money, especially now, because nobody cares about the health of hair. Everybody just wants to try a product. So even if they just want to make money real fast and get it money back on a previous investment, maybe something that didn't go right, all they have to do is make a hair product and release it to women, regardless of race, and you are going to go and be their test dummies. And whether the product is successful or not, they will make their money back from that initial investment. So I want you to pay attention to the Dyson timeline, because their expertise began with engineering, not hair. Dyson had nothing to do with hair. Hair tools came decades later, but originally in 1983 is when they made their first G-Force cyclonic vacuum, right? And this is the very first product that Dyson made. And then after that, in 1993, when I was 3 years old, they created another type of vacuum cleaner. And then in 2009, they created the air multiplier fan. This is a fan. This is a Dyson. Listen, Dyson expands beyond vacuums, building expertise in airflow and motor technology. Listen to me. This had nothing to do with hair. Absolutely nothing to do with hair. They said, okay, we're going to go from vacuum cleaners and then we're going to get into airflow. Let's get into airflow. Hair and the health of your hair and the longevity and whether or not it causes weathering. This was never, ever about hair. It was never about hair. It was always about what will be the most lucrative. Now, this was in 2009. Okay. Some of y'all wasn't even born. This was in 2009. They made a fan. And then in 2016, they came up with the supersonic air dryer that looks a lot like what they created in 2009. Why? Because it even says on their website in 2009, they were moving from suction, right? They were moving from the engineers were transitioning out of the technology of suction with the vacuum cleaner and then moving into airflow. But of course, fans, yeah, you make money like that, but not the type of money you can make with hair. So the engineers saw an opportunity. So this is when they entered the beauty category 30 years after the very first product. So 30 years after the very first product is when they said, let's try this hair shit and let's see how stuff is going over here. 30 years later. So they came out with this in 2016 and girl, wasn't nobody thinking about it or using it. Nobody wanted to hear about it. Okay. And again, I want you to pay attention to how the product that they created in 2019, in 2009, and the product that they created in 2016, the very first product for hair was a smaller version of a fucking fan. Excuse my French. I'm gonna beep that out. It's a smaller version of a fan. So then here we go. A couple of years later in 2018, they came up with the Air Wrap Styler. Now, they were not the first people to come up with the Air Wrap Styler. There were multiple brands that came up with the Air Wrap Styler. They were just like, nobody gave a damn about this supersonic air dryer. So why don't we hop on this? Let's hop on this real quick. So then they said, okay, let's do it.
And y'all started getting into that. This was right before the vid. And then in 2023, because there was too much competition in 2018, they couldn't go that far. So then in 2023, they came out with the Airstrait wet to dry straightener, but nobody was talking about it. They had to get it in the hands of influencers. Now it's in the hands of influencers, and all of you are talking about it as if it's a new product when it was originally introduced in 2023. And if a product is good, it'll be in salons everywhere. And we're going to get to that in a second. If a product is good, it'll be in salons everywhere. If a product is good, the first group of people that'll be telling you about it will be cosmetologists or hairstylists or braiders. You didn't hear nothing about it. You looked at a couple of things that look like the Airwrap because so many different brands have it. We'll go over that in a second. But the Airstrait came along, and Dyson has never been known for hair in any way, shape, or form. They are known for engineering and technology. That is what their expertise is in airflow, right? Aerodynamic. So what is Dyson actually known for? It's known for engineering and technology. Dyson core expertise is in airflow and aerodynamics. It's in digital motors. It's not in any of these things that we're talking about. It's in filtration and things of that nature. It has nothing to do with hair. Dyson is an engineering and technology company that entered the hair care industry, not as a hair care company in any way, shape, or form. So y'all are trusting y'all hair care to engineers and then telling cosmetologists, people who specialize in hair, that we're wrong. When a company whose specialty and introduction is engineering, they do not consult with stylists and cosmetologists first. They have somebody on staff that is looked at as a hair care professional, but this is the original creator of the Dyson. He had nothing. He wasn't thinking about hair in any way, shape, or form. He was not thinking about blow dryers in any way, shape, or form. This is not a race thing. It's not a gender thing. This isn't saying anything bad about him. He did not care about hair. Dyson is not a hair care company. The Airstrait is not their specialty. It is a product in a very lucrative category. Okay. Airstrait was in 2023. So more than 40 years after Dyson's very first product, they're coming up with a new tool to use on the hair. And y'all all throwing the middle fingers up to professional cosmetologists and professionals that are like, I wouldn't really do that. And you're going to Dyson salons. Do you understand that you're going to the vacuum cleaner salon? What are we doing? That's just like if the people who make refrigerators were like, you know what? Shit, it looked like we could make a bunch of money with hair. So let's head over there. And this isn't to say anything disrespectful to these engineers. They are amazing, but they are not hair care specialists in any way, shape, or form. They are software engineers. They have nothing to do with anything. And even the person that does have a role in hair care at Dyson is one person. It's one person. And this person does not have a specialty in that. And it says they're the VP of Dyson Hair Care. I'll look it up and maybe put it on the screen when I'm editing. If whether or not this person is a licensed cosmetologist, trichologist, any dermatologist, anything within the hair field. Who knows? But I do know that the person who created a vacuum cleaner and the person who created the blow dryer are in two very different fields. It is an engineering and technology company. The hair tool market is so large and profitable. That's why everybody's getting into it. Even the people who make vacuum cleaners are like, hey, F the hairstylist, look at this. Because you guys are saying that you need something that's faster. Because I need y'all to understand, these businesses are not out here to make you feel good and to make your toes twinkle at nighttime. They here to make money. So when they look at an industry that they know is lucrative, when they look at an industry that they know is full of women and men that are going to listen to them and hang on to their every word without doing any research for themselves, that is exactly what they're going to do. Because there's no reason for any Black woman to walk inside of the vacuum cleaner salon, and I'm not being disrespectful. This is the storyline. This is the year. This is the history of Dyson. They make vacuum cleaners, then fans, and then a blow dryer that looked like the fan. And then that didn't sell, so they copied everybody else that was making airflow blow dryer brushes. And then that didn't work, and they saw the way that everybody jumped on Revere Air's team, and so they came up with something better. They said, oh, y'all don't want no heat, no tension, no plates? Look what we got next. And they're gonna keep pumping bullshit in y'all face because y'all buy it every time. If you paid attention in economics, it's supply and demand. Every time you go online, all you hear is Black women complaining about how long their hair takes to do, how difficult it is, how much they hate their hair, and how much they hate doing it, and how hard it is to blow dry it, and how bad relaxers are, and how bad blow dryers are, and how much they hate hair salons. So they're like, oh, supply is demand. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, because I would be your enemy if I'm like, hey, no, I can do it myself, or I can teach you how to do it. I could teach my clients how to do it, like this woman. So now that you see that it is very, very easy, your cosmetologist most likely does not want you to be solely dependent on her. Most cosmetologists do not want their clients to be solely dependent on her. But I need you to understand that hair is the history that we are focusing on. Hair is our history. It is not an afterthought. So the products that professional cosmetologists like myself are going to stand behind are going to be the ones whose history is actually hair, and not something that was like, oh, I'm going to do blow dryers and I'm going to do fans, and if that shit don't work, I'm going to do hair. No, that's bullshit. It's bullshit. And they don't consult cosmetologists. They don't consult like leaders in the industry. But Nano Titanium BaByliss is a lot different. Nano Titanium BaByliss, they have relationships with stylists and with cosmetologists. Even barbers, they have clippers in BaByliss brand. This company has been around for decades, since 1960. And in the 60s, their focus was hair, not can openers. They wasn't doing refrigerator, they weren't doing egg holders in the refrigerator. No, it's always been about hair. BaByLissPRO is a true hair company founded on professional hair tools, 60 years plus expertise in the industry. That's why almost every cosmetologist uses them. Every innovation that they've made has been focused on hair. Every innovative change that they've done has been focused on hair. They haven't switched from hair to refrigerators. They haven't switched from hair to cameras. They just keep redeveloping their products and making them better. This is something that we have to pay attention to, because Dyson is an engineering company that entered the hair industry, but they didn't start and build in the industry. They do not consult the big guns of the hair industry. They do not focus on the science of the human body and how weathering will play a part in the different things that they're putting in y'all hair and telling y'all to do. They entered into hair tools in 2016. And I'm just using BaByLissPRO as an example. If y'all want me to do more brands, then I will do that, because I love talking about the things that I actually use. But when we're sitting here talking about that, I need y'all to understand the product that y'all are all using and playing with in y'all hair. And she went viral. I went to the Dyson salon. BaByliss, they came out in 1960. They've been doing hair care products and hair care tools since the 60s. Dyson started making things in the 80s, but they didn't start making hair products until 2016. So when you compare doing things from 1960 to 2026 going on 2027 and still having amazing, excellent things to a product that's flip-flopping from 1983 to 2023 is crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Why are Black women so easy to manipulate? Why? That is the question of the day. And I need you to answer it for me. Hey, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that anybody of any field can just come in and tell you anything. And this is not, I'm no longer, yes, the color of my skin is chocolatey. It's like, no, it's like caramel. I wish I was chocolate. But yes, I'm a Black woman, but I'm not specifically speaking to Black women. All women, why are y'all so easy to manipulate? Because when we're talking about hot tools, and we'll get into the history and stuff, if y'all, like I said, I'll go way deeper. I'm a super nerd, but I feel like this is probably too deep for a bunch of people already. But again, this is not a race thing. This is a common sense thing. This is an economics thing. Stop being a fish. Stop being sheep led to slaughter and use your common sense. Use your common sense. Okay? Because this is built for hair. BaByllissPRO Nano Titanium has 60 plus years of hair experience, and they have one mission: perfect hair. That was the thing. Right? So they have so many different professional tools for every texture and every style. It is not a race thing. Oh, if you got 4C, if you got 4B, stop. I just popped you in the mouth virtually. Hush. We ain't not having that conversation right now. They make straighteners, right? For smooth, sleeker, and shinier, or I shouldn't say shinier hair, but that's the feel that they give. They make blow dryers, some amazing freaking blow dryers. I decided not to add pictures of my work blow drying hair, but other people's. They also have different curling irons and curling wands, and they also have multi-stylers, right? And those are some of my favorites.
So because I knew I was going to blow my hair down here, I ended up buying this blow dryer, the what do you call it? BaByliss Pro. Never even used this before, but I'm like, I want a good blow dryer, something that's easy to pack because it's like so easy to drip down. Never used it before, so we about to see. We about to see what it's hitting on. I'm gonna use this. I ain't gonna lie. This joint blow dry the crap out of my hair real quick. And I like how it's not all loud and it didn't feel hot. Like usually my hair is smoking hot. Like I can't even put my hands in it after blow drying a section, but it don't even feel hot. It's like, how did you just do that? I really like this thing. Let me keep.
That is with the brush alone. And I'm a BaByliss stan. I got the BaByllissPRO Style Switch for Christmas and I'm so excited. So let's try her out. Since my hair is pretty dry, I'm just going to go in with the paddle attachment. I'm going to section my hair into 4 sections. This is the highest it goes. Okay, that was pretty fast on this one piece. I'm going to take some bigger sections. That honestly feel Christmas, and I'm a BaByliss stan. I got the BaByllissPRO Style Switch for Christmas, and I'm so excited. I'm a BaByliss stan. I got the BaByllissPRO Style Switch for Christmas, and I'm so excited. So let's try her out. Since my hair is pretty dry, I'm just gonna go in with the paddle attachment. I'm going to section my hair into 4 sections. Close your eyes. This is the highest it goes. Okay, that was pretty fast on this one piece. I'm gonna take some bigger sections. That honestly feels so nice. Also, I'm noticing like there's 3 hairs here. 3 pieces of hair that were stuck on this. I don't feel it tugging. I don't feel it pulling or anything. I'm gonna do the rest of my hair. I'm gonna time myself. It is 10:57. So let's see how fast we can blow out the rest of our head. Okay, it is 11:15. I honestly really love how this does not get super hot. So I can like literally go right to the root and my scalp isn't burning off. And also I've been blowing out my hair for how many minutes in this room? Usually this room is just like a full-on like smoky mess. That's not the case. I'm gonna go in and flat iron it just to smooth it, just because that's how I normally do my blowouts, and I'm going to sleep. So this is the BaByliss Prima 3000, I believe.
I'm partnering with BaByliss Pro to show you 3 different hairstyles using one tool, the BaBylisPRO Nano Titanium Style Switch. First, I'm using the diffuser attachment for soft, natural waves. Next, I'm switching it up for a bouncy blowout look using the curling attachment. I'm loving the lock feature, so every attachment stays securely in place while styling. And for look 3, I'm going in with the round brush attachment for a sleek, polished finish. 3 looks, 1 tool. Want to achieve these looks for yourself? Head over to Amazon.
Let me tell y'all, the best fucking blow dryer I just bought. This motherfucker right here. This right here. 1,000 out of 1,000. Comes with 3 attachments. I didn't open that yet. Comes with this one and that one. And motherfucker, it's so. I didn't even use the hottest setting, and it blow dried my hair. Really great. This right here. Hold on, sorry. This right here. This is amazing. This is amazing. Y'all need to get this. Stop playing. I already have their flat iron, but I didn't get their blow dryer. But this is amazing. Y'all did y'all shit. Like, look at that. Let me.
Today I'm going to be testing to see which of these blow dryers is the best. In the right.
For too long, social media has made it so blow dryers and professional tools that cosmetologists have been trained to use are demonized. These are the products, apparently, and the tools that damage hair so much that makes it so hard for hair to grow, and that is simply not true. When you look at these videos, there's one thing that you will notice. Every cosmetologist or hairstylist that is in this video that's using BaByliss Nano Titanium, they all get the same end result. Beautiful, sleek, shiny hair that reverts back. And if it doesn't revert back, it is because whether they are a professional or there's somebody that's doing it at home themselves, they do not know how to impart the right type of shine. And I also want you to pay attention to how this person's hair looked as it was getting blow dried. Most people on social media make you believe that this shine and luster comes from a product, and it does not. It all comes from technique. That is why this woman has the same amount of shine as the last woman did. And look at this. This is a whole nother professional. And one thing that they all have in common is they're all using the same brand. BaByliss Nano Titanium. We're all using the same brand blow dryer and the same brand flat iron. And I also want you to pay attention to the level of shine that is in their hair long before any serum or any product is put in. This is why whenever y'all ask me about oils, I seem irritated, because oils are not the thing that professional cosmetologists use to give the hair body and shine. It's not. They're playing in your face.
All of my clients who are looking for a good blow dryer, this is at Costco. for only $44.99. That's a really, really good deal. I use something similar in the salon. So if you want to get a new blow dryer, come to Costco. On sale.
Do you guys want to see how I got these results with no flat iron? I only used my BaByliss Pro. Do you guys want to see how I got these results with no flat iron? I only used my BaByliss Pro. Let me show you. Stay tuned. You gotta watch this. Okay, guys. So I think the key to getting all the volume and all the lift is the way that I was blow drying it in a circular motion. Do you see how I'm doing this circular motion? And the fact that before, when I was doing it, I was blow drying it to the opposite direction that I wanted the hair to fall. That's where all the volume and the lift came from. And that's why those layers are sitting like that. Okay, so I have it up on the highest heat level. So that plays a factor into why it looks so straight also. And then the reason my hair is this color is because I was trying to get the red out, and it's just been taking forever to get this red out. So yeah, that's why.
If you don't start your ponytail, talk about multi-stylers and nano. So when you talk about multi-stylers and nano titanium BaByliss, professional cosmetologists have been using nano titanium BaByliss forever. Actually, when I was in cosmetology school, obviously when you pay money for school, part of the tuition is your cosmetology kit. And within my kit was almost every tool nano titanium had ever made. And it was so freaking amazing. I need y'all to understand. I got my cosmetology license. I had my cosmetology license when I was 18. Right, is when I got my license. I am 36 years old, and the products that I got in my cosmetology kit, the products I received in the kit, I still have them. They all still work. They all still cut on. They don't damage my hair in any way, shape, or form. And these are products that I received when I was 18 years old, and I am 36. So when we're talking about nano titanium BaByliss, and when we're talking about hair tools and things of that nature, I just want y'all to know, in theory, it seems like, oh my God, they're creating all of these new products for us. That's not what's happening. What's happening is the same internet, the same TikTok that you guys are on, these product developers, these engineers, and these people who search for the new trending products for these engineers, they're all online listening and hearing you guys say how much you hate your hair and how much there aren't tools. So these engineers are in there making up stuff. However, cosmetologists have been telling you guys what tools to use for decades. My Amazon store has literally been the same for at least the last 7 to 8 years. And any of my OGs to my channel, they know that, because people say, oh, Stan, are you going to add any new products? Do you have any new favorites? No, I do not. Because the greats never change. They only get better. And because you're only getting better, why am I switching from product to product just because? Yes, there are other good companies, so I will for sure do if you want. If y'all don't want content like this, then I won't do it. But if you want more information on certain product lines like nano titanium BaByliss, or like Hot Tools or Conair and different things like that, then yes, I will go deeper into that. But it really irritates me as a professional that loves this industry, even though I'm not behind the chair anymore. Being behind the chair and doing hair physically is not the only way that you can use your cosmetology license. It is not. Okay. So I need you to understand that your cosmetologist, their goal is not to have you solely dependent on them 1000%. You should use tools that you can also use at home, just like the example that I showed you. But just because it's a tool that can be used at home doesn't mean that it should be one that defies science and it just goes all in different angles, because there are brands like nano titanium BaByliss that have been around since 1960 that haven't changed and has only gotten better, that have every single type of styler you can possibly think of, and they stick to the science. They have one tool that uses vapors, but that's something that they didn't really pitch and they didn't really push forward that much because we didn't like it. Some people use it here and there, but you barely hear about it because we don't like it. And the product and the tool that they used it. I mean, they made it to deliver a certain product. It was when it was like a K-Pack treatment or something. I'll do another video about that. I won't go deep into that because that's not what this is about. But they were creating hair tools since the 1960s. They have over 60 plus years of experience in this specific category. They're not just playing around and throwing noodles at the wall hoping that they stick. And this is something that I really want you to think about, because this is not just a random group of people that are just playing in hair. No. And I have the original creators up in the upper left hand corner. I'm sorry. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, you can do that and you can head over to my blog. But I think it's ridiculous that we're constantly going back and forth and arguing with each other. What product is best? What's the best for your hair? What's the best for this one? In reality, why not just focus and look at the professionals? I put a couple of really, really good professional cosmetologists here in this video just so you can see that they're out there and so you can see the difference. People make blow dryers like out to be this horrible thing, but at the end of the day, like I tell you all the time, when we're talking about an automatic tool, the Dyson Airstrait is an automatic tool. This is an automatic tool, meaning you don't have any control over it. The tool itself controls everything that you do. So when we are having these conversations and we're like, oh my God, which product is best? Listen, use whatever you want to use. I'm not telling y'all what to do. I'm done doing that. I'm just so over it. Y'all do whatever y'all want to do, because whether I spend my time telling people, oh, don't do this or don't do that, you're still not going to listen to me. So girl, go ahead, do what the hell you want to do. But I will say this, you need to know that the people that you're constantly buying products from, they do not have a specialty in hair care products. They do not. And when we're sitting here and when we're talking about everything that is happening within the hair care industry right now, what is happening in the hair care industry right now is the women who are leaving the patterns of only wearing their hair in a fro every day are now looking for other options. And because you've demonized professionals so much, and because you've demonized all of the tools that we've used, now you guys are running to people who've created blow dry, vacuum cleaners and fans, and you're moving to them acting as if they're the experts when Dyson only started making hair products in 2016. So, again, I have a question for you. When will you begin to think for yourself? Will it happen today? Will it happen tomorrow? Or will you always be a lamb? Will you always be sheep being led to the slaughter? Or somebody with a bank account that is being led to pay for shit that they can't even afford? And it annoys me. And people go, oh, why are you so intense? Because I've been doing this for a long time. If you just came across my channel, hi, hello, how are you? But I've been telling y'all this stuff for over a decade now here on my channel. And when we come to this point, and when you come to a place where y'all find that so many people and so many prices are overpriced and things of that nature, then you can look why and see why. Because the brands that have been out for a long time, and again, this is my favorite pro brand. I will do another video on more affordable brands, but you look at the pro brands that most professional cosmetologists recommend, and you like, oh, that's $100 blow dryer. Oh, that's too much. So when we recommended a professional blow dryer to you, you told us it was too much, but you went and spent $500 on the Airstrait or on the Glory Hole. It's insanity. And this is something that y'all need to sit with. You all made enemies of the people who actually specialize in hair, who spend all of their time doing hair. And then you made a friend of the people who have been focused on vacuum cleaners and fans until 2016, when they found out how much money you were willing to pay for it. So if anybody's using y'all, if anybody's manipulating y'all, it is not the black hairstylist. It is not the black hair salon. It is not the black hair product line, but everybody else that you are championing. So have fun. Have at it. Yeah.